A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of tensions, Venezuelan President Nicolás Maduro has reportedly readied his inexperienced army for a prolonged guerrilla war should the United States attempt a ground invasion to oust him from power. Sources reveal that Maduro is acutely aware of the overwhelming military superiority of the U.S. forces, and instead of confronting them directly, he is preparing to unleash chaos across the country to thwart any quick resolution to a potential conflict. The United States has intensified its military presence in the Caribbean, deploying over 10 warships, including the formidable USS Gerald R. Ford, and a Marine Expeditionary Unit capable of conducting an amphibious invasion. These maneuvers are part of President Trump's strategy to combat the flow of drugs from Venezuela, a nation that has been labeled as a threat to U.S. interests. Maduro's military, known as the National Bolivarian Armed Forces, FANB, boasts around 123,000 active personnel, but their actual combat experience is limited mainly to suppressing unarmed civilian protests. Reports indicate that the Venezuelan army is plagued by issues such as inadequate training, low morale, and outdated equipment, much of which dates back to the era of former President Hugo Chavez. In a bid to bolster his defenses, Maduro is rumored to have activated the country's civilian militia, although analysts predict that only a fraction of the purported 8 million militia members would be loyal enough to take up arms in support of the regime. The FAM's arsenal includes some Soviet-era weaponry and a handful of Sukhoi fighter jets, but these would be no match for the advanced technology of U.S. air power. In the face of a possible U.S. invasion, Venezuelan officials have outlined a strategy of prolonged resistance, with military units instructed to disperse across more than 280 locations nationwide to engage in guerrilla tactics and sabotage. Recent reports suggest that Maduro has deployed 5,000 Russian-made Igla missiles for potential surprise attacks against invading forces. Additionally, his military has fortified routes leading to the capital, Caracas, erecting barriers and heavy machinery to impede any ground assault. Maduro's strategy also includes an anarchization plan, leveraging intelligence services and loyalists to create disorder in the capital, effectively rendering the country ungovernable for any U.S.-backed leader. The situation remains precarious, with the possibility of third-party actors or allies becoming involved in the event of conflict. The western border of Venezuela is heavily trafficked by Colombian guerrilla forces, which could complicate matters further. Maduro's supporters have also been known to utilize armed motorcycle gangs to confront dissent, which could be mobilized against any invading forces. Furthermore, drug trafficking organizations operating within Venezuela might engage in combat, as their operations have been cited as justification for the U.S.'s aggressive stance against Maduro. Despite the mounting evidence of drug trafficking ties, Maduro has vehemently denied these allegations, claiming that they are merely fabrications by the U.S. to justify an invasion aimed at seizing Venezuela's vast oil reserves. As the situation unfolds, the world watches closely, with the potential for conflict looming large on the horizon. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.